Hello everyone, this is Darryl20 and welcome to episode 24 of Darryl20's Let's Play series, where today my plan is to try to understand how the extractor works and possibly play around with some other zCraft machines, because zCraft is back. Yay! zCraft for fun. So we're going to check some of these things out. The first one I wanted to make was the extractor though, because that will be able to get me a few things. It'll be able to get me amethyst, which looks cool. It'll also be able to get me, okay, it looks like there's a few ways to do this, andesite and a couple other things, yeah, basalt, calcite, all that kind of cool stuff. Oh, you can even get chorus fruit with it. That's neat. Okay, you can get chorus fruit with it. That's pretty cool. But really, I want cobblestone. That's the plan. That's what I'm going for. And then we'll see what else we can do with it in the future. So it looks like, basically, place the extractor on top of cobblestone and put lava or water next to it. Or you can use one of the water blocks from zCraft and then lava somewhere else adjacent to the cobblestone. Or you can waterlog the extractor and have lava. So yeah, there's a few options there in terms of how you want to do that. So let's give it a go and see what happens, right? So I'm going to start as usual by just messing with things. And then we'll figure it out. And then once we understand it better, then we can play with stuff, right? So, very nice looking model. Very fancy, Soren. Very, very fancy. And then let's go upstairs and get ourselves some buckets. And I want to try this water block out too, because it looks cool. Water block. Schrodinger's water block. So for this, we're going to need a machine base. And we're also going to need a couple buckets of water. Cool. And that will be, it basically acts like a water block in the world, like a water source block, but it doesn't flow, which is cool, right? Like literally watch what happens if I do this. See? Yeah, just like a water block would turn it into, right? It does that. If I place lava right there, it would turn into obsidian. I think it works like as if, like, for crops and probably cactus and or sugarcane and all that stuff. Like I would imagine that like sand, right? If I removed you for a sec and we got some sugarcane, I can't place it there because no water block, but also no, I can't. Okay, Soren, I found a bug. I've been waiting years to say that. So anyway, water block, yay. So, in theory, I do this and I do this, and that should bring this guy online. And then what? Do I just put a chest in front of him? That seems to be working. Hey, cool. I like it. That's very fancy looking. It's very nice. Very cool. Well, that wasn't so bad, was it? No, it wasn't bad at all. Alright, so we should be able to parlay that into a cobbleworks. Right? All I realistically need to do would be to we could how do we want to do that? We could have you here. Okay. And then you like that. And then we could have lava underneath it. Right? And then we could have the water block like that. Does that count? I would think that counts, right? No, it has to be, the water block has to be here, doesn't it? And that should be cool, right? And then you're making cobble for me. Yeah? Cobble for days? Well, cobblestone generator is complete. Hooray! That's cool. That wasn't so bad. It was pretty easy. I feel like people told me that block was hard to understand. It seems pretty obvious to me how it works. Cool. So let's try out some of these other cool toys that are available. I do like. It's funny to me that nobody ever made a mod block like this, right? Because this existed back when like Soren first did zCraft, and it surprised me that no one else like replicated that ever. Because it is a cool, really cool idea. Frankly, it's very much a cool way to go. And I like the extractor, right? There's probably going to be other things we can get. So, for example, we can get lava We get 10 millibuckets per lava every half a second from dripstone. So that's one approach, right? If we wanted to get lava in a passive kind of way. Cool. Okay. So water block done. Accelerated planter. Let's see what's the deal with the accelerated planter. Okay. Looks like I have the stuff to make it. So again, can I put sugarcane on you? I can. Sweet. It's kind of cool. Is there like a thing that tells me how it works besides? Nope, just the recipe. Okay. Xycraft's accelerated planter. I assume that it's just going to grow faster. And it's probably not going to be like ridiculously faster, right? But like, I guess it doesn't need a water source, right? That's a benefit. I'm assuming because it has the word accelerated in it that it grows faster. And it doesn't seem to have any cares about putting sugarcane with no water next to it. So like it acts like farmland, I guess, that has, you know, stuff. Okay, accelerated planter. I guess that's it. Well, that's interesting. You can get mud out of it. That's cool. Cool. You can also get mycelium out of it. That's neat. And you can also get resin out of it if you put leaves underneath it. So that's how you get resin, by the way. You put an extractor with some wood and... Oh, so extractor, wood, leaves, and you get resin. Cool. And resin's used for making resin blocks. And resin blocks are used for making resin balls, which can be used as an equivalent for slime. Because that would be cool. It looks like a slime ball equivalent, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, slime ball equivalent. Nice. Okay. Well, that's neat. I might... Did I ever get lots of slime balls? I forget. I don't have a ton, so that might be a good thing to go with. I might legitimately do that. Yeah, I don't know how fast you are. Curious if this is a thing? Not really. So if he accelerates, then he doesn't accelerate with... He probably just does random ticks. Okay. So that's that one. Ignition plate. Fire on demand. Let's try this one out, because this might be cool. Specifically what I have in my mind is the bedrocky thing. So I'm assuming a lever or a redstone signal of some kind, and you will, yep, do that. Now, are you rotatable? You are. Sweet. So I can do this. Okay. So when you have a redstone signal applied, you're going to light a fire. So let's go find out if that can do the thing down in the bedrocky area. Right? If I gave you a steady redstone signal, right, via a lever, and A, would that cause the creation of the stuff from Ender.io? And then B, when the fire goes out, will the block automatically replace the fire? Because if yes, then that's a very easy way to automate Ender.io. Sound like a plan? We're going to find out. To bedrock we go. All right, so all we got to do is this, and then go. And then we wait and see if the fire does the pop thingy. It's interesting. It has a growth. I guess that's how Ender.io does that, huh? That's cool. See? Having whale in there tells you how things work behind the scenes. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So, in theory, once that hits 100%, so that's using random growth ticks. I wonder if I could accelerate that with that pedestals accelerator thingy. I bet I could. I have to test that. I don't think I have access now. Too far at the moment. I need to get one of those infinite range doohickeys. Right? I would also like to have one of you just to see if you're actually behaving the same way. Fully grown. Okay. That's cool. Man, you're slow though. So it's redstone signal on. So I could time this, right? And determine how long it takes for that to grow. But yeah, you are definitely slow. I mean, I guess when I was doing it before, I was laying down like a whole bunch of them, and by the time I got done, they all started popping. So it seemed faster, but yeah, no, I can totally get how that's not fast. Let's get one of those pedestal dudes, right? So if I went and got that, where's that pedestal that does the fertilizer upgrade? And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna regret this because I'm getting low on diamonds. But if I got diamonds times 2. Okay, so diamond and you. I mean, it's kind of a tick accelerator, but not a machine tick accelerator. It's a random growth tick accelerator. So it makes it so that like crops grow faster, right? And I could probably even demonstrate that real quick just to clarify. So if we looked at pedestals, really, I don't have any pedestal. Oh right, work area mods. Okay. And we did this and that and that. See? So it's very quickly applying growth ticks to that thing. So if it uses the same mechanic, then my theory is that we can speed up the fire turning into Ender IO component things. Good plan? Could be cool. I'm just saying. It could be super cool. So let's pop down here and get ready to replicate this setup. Okay. So what I'm going to want is it's going to be in this space, right? So shift right click to clear. You, and you. And then in theory, that should be faster now. Except maybe you're getting that redstone signal. You shouldn't be getting that redstone signal, right? Did I work area you correctly? I did. Let's put you, like, further away, right? So make sure you're in the right thing. First position, second position. I would imagine this is growth ticks, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just crazy. Yep, that is definitely the thing. It might be faster. So here's what I'm going to do. You ready? I'm going to do this, and I'll time it, and I'll come back after they're both done, and I'll tell you if they were faster. Deal? It's funny. It's hard to say for sure. It feels faster, but not consistently faster. It's nothing like the wheat that we saw up there, right? The wheat that we saw up there was like, right? This is not doing that. It's definitely, it feels faster, but it might just be like the RNG of it. Because that popped below 100%. Now I want to go look at the code and see how this works, because I want to know for sure whether or not this is actually going to make a difference. I don't know. I can't tell you. It looks, maybe it makes a difference. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. And it didn't need to get fully grown before it gave me the thing, so. All right, so this isn't working great. So I came up with another solution. You're gonna have to let me know what you think. Well, first off, I want to try something, right? Remind me what, okay, just for giggles, just in case, like, different fire, does it make a difference? That it's being, you're at least doing particle effects now? I don't think you were doing particle effects before, were you? Were you doing particle effects before? I can't tell. Oh, maybe because I turned off the visual. Yeah, okay. So anyway, let's try this. How about instead of touch, make it a projectile. Projectile ignite. AoE, 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 AoE. That might work. That might be a solution. That might be a fun. I was gonna. There was more about playing with Ender IO, but still, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I could totally automate that. That might be a way to go with this whole. I'm just saying. Definitely behaving better, that's for sure. How do we get this? Can we... Does it have to be bedrock? Valid blocks bedrock. Okay. Either that or a fire water bucket. Maybe. That's one approach, right? It occurred to me like, hey, couldn't I? And then yes, I can. That works 100%. All right, so I was playing around. I wanted to see if it would work, and it works. All right, let's go back to the base. Now that we figured that out, let's check out the fluid void and the fabricator maybe, and the Soren box. I want to see what the Soren box is all about because I don't 100% know how that works. All right, so fluid void stops fluids from flowing into adjacent blocks. So if I had a bucket of water here, is that what that does? No, that 100%. Ah, I see. It does that. That makes sense. That's kind of cool. That's neat. I can see some uses for that. Okay. That's spiffy. I like that. The fabricator, I think, is like an auto crafter. I want to check that out next. I want to check this out first, though. Let's make this, and then the Soren box. There's 4 of them per craft, so that ain't terrible. It's making a noise when I right-click it. I'm assuming this is just a chest, right? But I think there's, like, uniqueness to it in some respect. Interesting. I'm gonna need him to explain this one to me. I want to say like the sidedness matters in a way, like, but I don't know exactly how. And I don't think there's any kind of wrench or anything, right? Now there are lamps and stuff and torches that are cool. I know that. It's a lot of decorative blocks for now, but I think like the next phase that he's been working on has mostly been machines, which is why we're seeing like all this cool stuff. I do want to check out the multi-block tanks because I thought that would be neat. I don't know if we'll do that today, but at some point soon we should. Because that would definitely be cool. Okay. So Soren box is cool. Look who came to visit. Mr. needs to drink a whole lot of potions nonstop. Okay, what do you got for me? Anything good? Nope. That's right, llamas. Llama time. So now let's take a look at, so we did fluid void, we did accelerated planter, water block, extractors, which are cool, by the way. And we'll probably use extractors for some stuff. I want to check out this collector, because I assume that's like, you know, a vacuum hopper kind of deal. Right? Are there other collectors in the pack? Yes, there's also the advanced item collectors from item collectors, which is cool. So that's a thing. So if I drop you on the ground, are you... Oh, hello. That was very quick. That was very quick. That works. That works. Now, is this a whitelist, blacklist kind of situation up there? Maybe not. Nope. Nope. Maybe some kind of filtering situation? I don't know, actually, what that's all about. Yeah. A mod in need of some tutorialization. That's the next thing he's working on. I've been teasing Soren a lot about, like, you know, because he's like, Dyer, you shouldn't make a patchouli book. That's not a fun way to relay information. And I'm like, well, at least I'm relaying information. He's like, it should be more immersive than that. I'm like, well, but I'm doing it. Like, you're not yet. Like, so we'll see. He tells me though he's definitely working on it, and I'm just busting his chops because, you know, it's Soren. I need to tease him. It's part of my job. It's in my contract, if I had a contract, which I don't think I do. All right, last thing we're gonna check out is the fabricator, which looks like a lot of fun, and that's gonna be like your auto crafter kind of dude. So I should be able to control click this and see how this dude works. So like always on, high signal pulse. I believe it's currently set to always on. That's cool. Oh, look, it changes a little bit of color when you do that. Nice. Okay. So then if you wanted to, you could have a recipe like this, right? And then I think if you just put the items in there, isn't it? So it's rendering on there, so that's cool. You're always on, which is good. Oh, I have it facing the wrong direction. So you're doing that. Okay. Do you not auto output? You may not auto output. Okay, I see. Interesting. So yeah, he's definitely doing that thing, which is cool. Wonder if there's a way to make it auto output. Yeah, I'll have to ask him to clarify some of the finer details of it. But overall, pretty nifty. I like that for an autocrafter. I do. Because so many autocrafters are just like kind of a hassle to set up. Where that one's just like, boop, done, easy. Like super simple and gets to the point kind of autocrafting, which I like for sure. And we might wind up using that for some crafting in the future. Alright, so that's zCraft machines. Pretty cool, right? Now let's check out the multi-block tanks, just because I want to see how they work. So for that, we're going to need some valves, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so there's valves. And then you should be able to build a tank out of literally anything. Or almost anything. And we could use the dire glass viewer to see what's in there. Okay. And then the valve, right? So, boop. Okay. Formed. Haha. So right click and it forms. And now that's a multi-block. That's pretty cool. That is spiffy. And you can build your tanks out of literally anything. So if I did that, he should no longer be formed, and it's telling you what's not good about it, right? And you could make it all out of dire glass viewers. That would be fine. That's right. Stone cutting is the way. I don't have dark glass. I have. That's wrong kind of glass. I could stone cut my way into some more glass. So in theory, that would be a tank too. Invalid edge. 201.37. 57. Oh, you don't like that edge? What's wrong with that edge? Okay, now it's formed. Cool. Maybe it doesn't like having glass in all the corners. All right, and then I should be able to just interact with this guy to put water in him. Yep, and there you go. He's holding fluid. Cool, right? Very cool. I like it. All right, so that's, and you can make them as big as you want. And basically, the bigger you make the interior space, the more fluid storage there is. That ain't too shabby. So if you want to store a lot of fluids, that's 100% the way to go. Okay, not bad at all. All right, so I think today's episode is going to have to be a little bit of a short one, but we've got cobblestone going really quite nicely, actually, cruising right along. So that thing is doing its job. I did pause these here with a lever. I just want to note that, and I can reactivate them at any time. I would like to implement some kind of mechanic whereby we can measure the amount of each resource in the AE system and then turn things off based on it. And that's something we might look at doing next episode. And then we'll play with some more things. So mostly just kind of a play around, check out zCraft a little bit today, which I was happy to do because it was definitely fun. I got to learn the Soren box. I don't know exactly how that one works. And there's probably a couple other things I don't quite understand either. But overall, looking cool. And I really like the models and the text. Like, this is really cool looking. You know, I got to give props right there. That is cool looking, right? Super duper cool. All right, for now, Del20 sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and check out some more mods. For now, take it easy.